The real estate market is always changing, and as investors, it's important for us to recognize and understand the trends shaping the market. In this video, I'm going to share 3 trends to watch for in 2021. So make sure you hit the subscribe button right now so you don't miss more videos about building wealth through multifamily real estate. And if you don't know me, I'm Seth Ferguson, a 13-year real estate veteran, host of a real estate TV show, host of a real estate investing podcast, and I'm also the author of the real estate book, Sell for More. So let's get right into it and talk about 3 trends to watch for in 2021. The first trend to watch for in 2021 almost doesn't need an introduction, and it almost pains me to write this because I am sick and tired of talking about the coronavirus. But yes, the coronavirus recovery is important. So corona recovery. The coronavirus was what you can call a black swan event. It really affected a lot of people and a lot of businesses. I know a lot of people who have suffered some pretty serious financial consequences as a result of Corona and all the shutdowns and all those implications. For us as real estate investors and multifamily investors specifically, it's crucial that we understand how our customer, the tenant, is being impacted by the economic recovery and coronavirus and all the implications Corona has had. When we're looking at underwriting deals, are we taking into account rent collection? So how much rent is actually being collected? Are we collecting 100% of the total rent? Are we only collecting 80%, 75%? Each building is going to be different. When we're looking at our current portfolio, how much rent are we currently collecting? Are we going to have a rainy day fund in case Corona 2.0 comes out and our rent collection drops down to 50%? Do we have those contingencies in place? So when we're looking at 2021 and looking at trends that will affect multifamily real estate investing and real estate investing in general, the coronavirus economic recovery, and hopefully we're in that spot now as we record this in January 2021. Hopefully the Corona economic recovery is top of mind when we're looking at these trends, because it's going to play a very important role in how the economy recovers and we get back into a normal way of life. The second trend I want to talk about is migration. And we can call this intra-migration if you want. But we really have to take a look at how the population is moving. In the United States, we have the 2 coasts, and a lot of people are leaving those for the sunnier markets in the southeastern states. You have better job opportunities, lower taxes, and you have on the coast a lot of tax, and a lot of businesses are being forced out of those markets simply through the government policies that are being put into place. So how does this affect us as multifamily real estate investors? Well, employment and GDP growth are key market drivers that we always look at when looking at new real estate markets. If the GDP growth isn't there, then the jobs aren't there. If the jobs aren't there, people won't move to the market because they need employment. And then if there's no employment there, then there's no rent growth because we don't have increased population moving there and competing for the rental units. And if we don't have competition and growing rents, then we don't have growing property values, and this becomes a big problem. So on the real estate investing side, we're looking for those markets that are experiencing that growth, that have positive GDP growth, that we have growing job opportunities. People are moving there. They want to move there and build families and start careers and work in those markets. So in terms of trends for 2021, we really have to pay attention to the migration between the states. In Canada, for our Canadian viewers, we have to pay attention to the exact same thing. Where are people moving to? In a market, let's say like Toronto, we have a lot of people moving to the suburbs for affordability. How is that playing out when it comes to multifamily real estate? Where are the growth markets and what opportunities do you see in those markets, and how can you take advantage of them with properties, and how are you positioning properties to a changing demographic? Maybe 20 years ago a population was made up of whatever it is, but as the demographics change, as migration happens, that population is shifting. So how are you changing how you're renovating your units, how are you appealing to that changing demographic, how is your marketing changing. All these things have to be taken into consideration, and that's why I've placed this as number 2 on my list of the 3 trends to watch for in 2021. Because migration, I think interim migration is going to play a major role in real estate over the next 20 years. There is so much change happening right now, and I think we're just getting started. So I'll put an asterisk right beside this because I feel that we will be talking about migration patterns for the next 20 years. And the third trend I think we should be watching for in 2021 is rent control. And maybe we can cue some evil sounding thunder and lightning in the background, some ominous sound effects for that. Rent control is an issue that we have to watch out for. My personal beliefs, I believe in a free market. I don't believe government should be telling property owners what they can and cannot do with their property, especially when it comes to earning a return on the money, on the capital they're risking in the market. If you can't risk capital in a market and earn that return on that money will find somewhere else. And then we have housing shortages, and I'm starting to go on a rant about rent control, and that's besides the point. So why is this on my top 3 list of trends for 2021? Well, we've got California that recently put in place rent control. We've got some other states looking at rent control. On the Canadian side of the border, rent control is a hot topic in Ontario. The entire province is a rent control province, and it's pretty tight there. If you are acquiring property in a given market and that market is considering implementing rent control, you have to ask yourself, how will rents be affected? How will your business plan be affected? How will property values be affected? If you're already holding property and you're in year 3 and rent control comes in, what's going to happen to your business plan? You have to take these things into consideration. The call for rent control seems to be getting stronger and stronger. So as real estate investors, we really have to keep our awareness up and really understand what's going on in the markets we're investing in, so we don't get caught unawares and then we get hit with a huge rent control that really limits what we can do. So these are the 3 main trends I feel that will be very important in 2021. The coronavirus recovery. I hate talking about coronavirus, but it is the reality we are faced with. Then we have migration. Where are businesses moving? Where are people moving for jobs? Where are they moving to for tax incentives? This is going to be huge over the next 20 years. And then we also have rent control, and that's popping up, even though I totally disagree with rent control. That can be a whole different video, and I will rant for 3 hours about it. But for today, I think we have to be really aware and work this into our business plan if we are looking at markets where there is strong talk and a strong push for rent control. What do you think will be the trends to watch for in 2021 when it comes to multifamily real estate? Did I leave one off the list? Do you disagree? Maybe we can do a top 10 list because 3 is not very much. So put those down in the comments. I'd love to hear what your take is. If you'd like to learn more about the deals I'm currently looking at, head on over to callseth.com and set up a free 20-minute phone call. If you like this video, if you found this useful, hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think. It really helps out the channel. And until next time, happy investing.